everyone, it's MayMip and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with MayMip. What's this? Well, I've expanded the house, and bookcases will take like a lot of episodes to get. So sorry guys, but I have spawned them in. I know, I'm sorry, but I haven't enchanted yet. We made the enchantment table in the last episode. And this is also going to be where the nether will go. So, lag, step up here and then the portal will be right here. No, guys, you guessed it, the lag is still not sorted out and I'm sorry about that. But we can't do what about it. I swear down, if my brother's in there, stupid annoying friends won't shut up. Oh my god, 1 sec. Okay, I just didn't want you guys to hear me. Oh my god, we got a leak. Earth, how you doing? You doing good, buddy? You doing good? Okay, okay. I'm really wanting Fortune 3 because that's like the best one. 28, no. Why can I not get 30? Sweet. No. Stop. Ha! Don't know what I'm gonna use these for, but I want them. Gonna go on pack. I want a panda. Oh, wee! I want a panda bear. Pig, stop it. Are the black ones the grizzly ones? He's pissed. Oh, poor teddy bear. I'm gonna go not fly on creative and go find my house. We made it back. Okay, I just went back into survival game mode and that thing just came out of nowhere and gave me a right shock. So let's sleep. Enchant our pickaxe and then go find some obsidian to dig. Plan? Good plan, good plan. Right, I don't, is it 'cause it's too bright? Yeah, because it's too bright. Let's go with this one. Silk touch and efficiency 4? Sweet. Let's go mining. Actually, let's farm this. Actually, let's go empty our inventory. Okay guys, I've cleared out my inventory and let's just go farm this really quickly. And what I want to talk about this episode that I haven't got to yet is yesterday, I went to a theatre to have a talk about car crashes and fires, but mainly about car crashes because in my health and social class we are doing about fires and accidents within a nursery and in any working environment. And the main people who would deal with a car accident came to have a talk with us. And so like a doctor, fireman, a policeman, witnesses, people who have had their family members die or friends, and it was hard hitting, it really was. And it really changed my view on driving because, you know, I thought, well, everyone drives, it can't be that hard, it can't be like that bad if everyone drives. There was like really horrific adverts, and I didn't cry myself, but you know when you get that lump in your throat before you start crying, it was like that. And just to think, like there was this guy who lived, you know, in my area, and he was just a normal little boy growing up, and he's always wanted to drive because he wasn't like a very smart kid. This was an interview with his mother. Let me just turn this down. This was an interview with his mom, and she was actually in the theatre as well. And what happened was he went out for a couple of drinks. Like, you know, 2 pints a limit? Well, it is in the UK. If you don't know what a pint is, then I'm sorry. I can't really explain what it is. It's like a... I don't even know. And... he was... You know, it was like 5 a.m. and his parents were asleep. His brother were asleep. And his mom heard this knock on the door. And she's like, oh, it's bloody him again, knocking, waking me up at 5 in the morning. And she looked out of the window and she saw the police and she was like, oh, I'm going to bloody kill him because, you know, you'd think that, oh, your son's been locked up. Oh, I got a poisonous potato. Like, you'd think like your son's been like locked up or something. But, what had happened was, like, the policeman said that the worst thing he's ever seen or done is tell the parents about the loss of their child. And I swear down, my brother shut the hell up. So he was in a car crash, and it was my friend's stepbrother who actually died, and he died on the impact. And you know, that's really upsetting. Just think if you just like, get off. If you just, I don't even know. Oh. It's really hard to explain because it's really hard hitting. And like, what do you do? Like, who do you ring first? Like, if your brother, sister, mum, dad, like died in a car crash, fingers crossed it's never gonna happen. But like, who would you call first? Like, who would you tell? So the mum was downstairs getting the news that her son's just died in a car crash, like an hour ago, and his brother, who was about 12, came downstairs, and she couldn't speak to him. She didn't know what to say to him. Like, what do you say? Like, your brother's just died. Like, I have sympathy for them people who have lost family members for really silly reasons, like car crashes. Like, fair enough, you've had 2 pints, but like, if you haven't, and you know, alright, this is another guy. Him and his girlfriend, well, in their relationship, the guy's father died, and he was so upset, and that upset that he was angry. So his girlfriend was talking to him, and they were like shouting, like, just shut the fuck up, and like, you know, like that. And he looked at her, and he lost control, and he crashed into a wall. And the impact, he broke like an arm and a leg, but he killed his girlfriend, and it's so horrific what I'm about to say next. Her legs, like her knee bones, like from her shin bones, she had her feet on the floor, and the impact just shot her bones out of her leg, like they were sticking out. And you know, it was all because he was angry. Like, fair enough, your father's died, but you got to learn to deal with it, and you can't blame other people and get distracted when you're driving. Like, they're on about stopping people from even using wireless phones, aren't they? You know, aren't they? Nope. Stopping using wireless phone, Bluetooth connection phones because it's distracting. But I think passengers are also distracting, and they're on about like people should only drive one per car, which is ridiculous. That should never ever happen. But the next time you go out in a car, just always wait. And I'm just like skipping parts. I'm sorry, but the horrific adverts that they put on in between the talks, were really hard hitting and upsetting. um, there was one with this father and this son, and they were playing football in the garden. The kid was about 6 years old. You know what you do and play football with him. And his dad went out for like a pint for his mates, with his mates. And he came home, and even though he wasn't drunk, it's still in your body and you cannot control it. But another person hit into him who was completely out of their head, drunk, and they hit to the back of him, and his car skidded and fell into his skidded into his fence garden, and his son was just scoring a goal in the garden, and the car tipped over and crushed his son. That got me teary eyed. That really did. I've never people wearing seatbelts really does matter, and it's really no effort to put a seatbelt on, and people just don't. When they crash, they can fly out the windscreen, they can fly out the back window, they can, it's really not hard to just put a seatbelt on, ever. The worst you can get is whiplash and maybe scratches, bruises, maybe even broken ribs. But all of that's better than death. And there was this fireman, and he came on to talk to us. Sorry I ain't got much this done episode. I meant to go get some obsidian out of it. And he said that he witnessed a car crash, and the car went under a lorry, and the top of the car flew off. And the impact, when he crashed, the guy, he lost limbs, he lost body parts, and the fireman was saying that the ambulance asked him if he could get the remaining parts of the body out of the vehicle, and so he got a yellow bag and sweep the contents of the body, and he had to sweep up the guy's eyeballs. Now the impact of the hardest hit ever for your eyeballs to actually come out of your head is it gives me shivers. I had goosebumps all the way through it, and it went on for about, I don't even know, like 4 hours. And the guy's mom, who was talking about how her son died, she came out and she read a poem for her son. And she was shaking like mad, and towards the end she started crying, and I feel really, really sorry. People who've lost family members in situations that should never have happened, ever. And I'd never wish that upon anyone. Even if I hated the guts, I don't know. Really don't. But enough of the depressing talk. I think this episode's gone on for long enough. I'm so sorry it's a boring episode, but I just want to share that with you, and to make you think about if you are learning to drive, or if you already drive, or you're wanting to drive in the future. To not go over that speed limit, to not go, oh, watch my wheel turn, my donut, or whatever it is. Because it can cause you and others to die. And literally the other night, we had a parents' evening, which is where your parents go see teachers, so talk about your schoolwork and stuff. And this woman was driving out of the school gates, and she didn't see this motorbiker coming along, and he crashed and flew off his motorbike, and he broke his jaw, and that happened just outside my school. He could have died from that. So it can happen anywhere. You just never know when. And one of the other adverts was a boyfriend and his girlfriend, and the girlfriend was sat on a wall with her legs wrapped around him, and they were kissing. And his car went out of control, skidded, and crushed his lower body against the wall, and basically his girlfriend just saw him get crushed and die. And I know these adverts aren't real, but they really look real, and you know it could actually happen. So you don't even have to be in a vehicle to be impacted by a car. So you know, don't think you're like rock hard with walking up the road with your friends, and you know, we have public paths for a reason. It's for people to use them, or public pavements. I don't, you know, English and American words are so different. Like, they mean the same thing, but they're so different. It's really weird. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Minecraft with MayMip. Comment if you want to be a pet, or what I should do, or what I've done wrong that you want me to improve on. I just broke a judge. Thank you. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.